Hello and welcome to Book Clubs and Bobbins. My name is Becca. I'll be your host today. Okay, so today I have a little bit of a different project. Not like every single project that I do isn't completely different than the other ones. Um, Today I am making my boyfriend an anniversary gift because our anniversary is on Sunday. Now, it is Thursday, and I am not normally a procrastinator, sort of. But I do work well under pressure, and sometimes it takes being under pressure to come up with a good idea. This time, one of my best friends sent me the idea because for the past like 3 weeks, I've been like, what do I make him? So I don't buy gifts. Also, I don't have money right now, but I don't buy gifts. I don't, unless I see something that I'm like, you need to be with this person. Um, I just don't, nobody needs more clutter in their house. I want to give things to people that are meaningful and or that they'll use or something that like just like fits them. They don't need things and stuff, you know? So I've been like kind of like waiting for the inspiration to hit, and then I was like, oh shit, I actually have to do it today because tomorrow I'm really busy, and then as soon as I'm done being busy, he's gonna be at my house for the weekend, and then our anniversary is Sunday. I can't be crafting while he's here. I can be crafting while he's here. That was harsh. I can be crafting while he's here. I can't be crafting his anniversary gift while he's here. Mm-mm. It'll be too obvious. Then it'll look like I don't care. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. So, texted one of my best friends. I was like, Lizzie, I need help. I need crafting help. This is an emergency, please, because all the things I was finding were like very maximalist. And he's a minimalist. He's like he doesn't have things on his walls. He has like one bookshelf. Well, one bookcase. He has a few shelves. Our aesthetics are very different, is basically what I'm saying. When we move in together, it's going to be a fun experience. But she sent me an idea, and it's essentially a collage, but like not like this. So this is just, I just got this for the frame. It's just, I'm going to take everything out of here. Um, and like I'm going to put in the middle, I'm going to put like a picture, not a picture. I'm going to draw the month here and circle our anniversary date. And then around, I'm going to put pictures of us. Because the inspiration that I saw, which if I can figure out how to like put a picture here, because I've seen people do it before. There has to be an easy way. But if I can figure out how to do that, I'll do it. But essentially the picture was a picture, the month here, and then it said like happy first anniversary or whatever, and then it has like January, February, March, April, like pictures of them throughout the month. I'm not that. I didn't. If I had, if I had thought of this before, I would have done it. Maybe I'll do it for this next year. Maybe he'll get one of these every year. Probably not. But I decided, you know what? It doesn't have to be exactly like the inspiration because nothing ever is. So instead, I just printed a bunch of pictures of us, and I printed them in half, 4x6. Like this is just a 4x6 photo, but I printed them in half. So that I have 5 photos for the price. Not if 10 photos for the price of 5. And honestly, also, I'm a broke bitch right now. So dollar store, CVS, all together, this was like $4, maybe $5. It's not about the money. It's about the love that goes into it. I also happen to have everything else that I need in my house already. So if you do this project on your own, it may be more. So I'm going to get into it. My thought process is I'm just going to like talk to you a little bit about what I'm doing and then speed up the parts where I'm not talking maybe. I don't know. My thought process is just to show you that it doesn't have to be a crazy big gift to be worth it for somebody. And also that if somebody loves you, they won't care that you couldn't afford something huge. And even this, honestly, I'm looking at it, I'm like, this frame is actually quite large. So I don't know if he'll put this on his desk. It might stay at home. um, but yeah, so, okay, this has a little thin piece of paper here, and then it does have this like pre-made frame. I'm not gonna use this at all, except for to help me measure the size because it fits perfectly in the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what backing I want. And then I'm going to trace this over it so I have the correct size and cut it out. And then I'll just like draw everything on there. I'm also going to cut these out. I kind of want to cut them out in with fun scissors, but I'm also like, I think he'd like it better if they're like straight edge. So I'm going to get my like straight cutter so that I don't have like little wiggly lines. And I'm going to perfectly straight cut these. And then if there's some that I like need to make smaller, I will. Because I probably will, because I don't think I'll be able to fit all of these on here super easily. Okay, I'm going to go get scissors and I'm going to go figure out what I want to put on the back. And I'll be right back. Ow! Okay, I think I have everything I could need. Okay, so I grabbed, okay, do you think this is okay? Is this okay? Is it okay if you just like look at my boobs while I talk? Just kidding. I'm gonna kind of rotate a little bit to be able to see what I'm doing. That should be good, right? Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. He is a very simplistic person, okay? He doesn't love like a lot of like bold and bright colors like I do. But I didn't know exactly which ones would go best with our pictures. So I have our pictures here. This is for me to do the calendar thing on, so I'll do that later. I have ones that have, it's like simple, but it has hearts in it. Like it's like from far enough away, you can't really tell there's a pattern. I mean, you can, but you can't, right? And then you look up close and it's little hearts. So I have that. I have this like simple green as well. It's got a texture to it though. Red, if we'd like a pop of color. And then I grabbed my scrapbooking stuff because I swear that I had more stuff that had like little hearts in it. And I was like, I can't find it. So I grabbed some of the scrapbooking. Now watch, it's probably one of the ones that I left in there. Like a thread one, I just never used it. I've had some of these scrapbook pages for like probably decades. Honestly, like I got, well, at least a decade. I got some of them in college. I'm sure I had some whenever I was in high school as well. Because like he does like feminine things, don't get me wrong. Like he is not afraid of his femininity. But that doesn't mean that he like it's his vibe. Like if it was for me, I would be doing like this rainbow one or like maybe these little emo hearts, you know? I think what I'm going to do is these are pretty darn close to what size I need them to be. Come on, get out of here. Like they're not too far away, honestly. They're like, I'm going to have to cut a little bit off. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my pictures to size. Oh, that's what I forgot. My cutter thing. Okay. So I think I'm going to cut them all to size first and just see which ones look better or what what paper looks better with it once I've gotten them cut. Oh, I need to cut a little more off that one. But while I'm cutting, I can talk to you. I don't know what about yet, but you know what? While we're cutting, maybe we'll just have a little girl time. I'll talk to you about my boyfriend. So his name's Justin. So like I said, we've only been together for a year. When we met, we weren't initially planning on dating. Both of us were kind of healing. Isn't that how the story goes, right? I feel like girl time needs to have FaceTime too. But yeah, anyway, so he is a goofball. And I actually started talking to him, I think we started talking about a month before we officially met. I don't like meeting people right away, friends or otherwise. And then he had the idea to go and get sushi, which is one of my favorite things to eat. So for our first date, we got sushi at Sushi Iwa, which is one of my favorite places to eat. I love sushi there. They have like 100 different types. So he took me there, and then we went on a walk on the Greenway, which I know, taking a stranger into the woods. But it wasn't the real woods, and I had service, and people could track me, okay? But yeah, and I think the moment that I was like, this guy's pretty cool, was on our walk, he saw a tree that had fallen over. And I don't know if I said, do you want to climb it? Or if he said, I kind of want to climb it. But I gave him the go, and I was like, go do it. And he actually did it. And he just like made the stupidest faces and was his goofy self. And I was like, he's kind of fun. And then after about a month of dating, we were like, I actually don't feel like seeing anybody else. I don't feel like dating around. I actually really like hanging out with you. And it was like the most boring way to get into a relationship ever is just like, okay, yeah, okay, let's do it. But it felt right. And he is so calm. Like, he has anxiety too. But he is so good at helping me through all my health issues and being patient and loving my dogs, and even though they're batshit crazy, and loving me and being calm with me and being encouraging of all of my pursuits. Because as you can tell, I have a lot of random things that I would like to take off. Yeah, he's just like, honestly, I just always have fun with him. And I think that's the thing that I'm focusing on right now is joy, because I can't control anything else. All I can control is how happy I am and the things that I am doing. So that's what I'm doing. And he listens to every single book. He doesn't listen to the book. Oh my God, no. He doesn't listen to every single book that I read. Oh God. But whenever I get excited about the books, he listens to me talk about them. So he remembers things. So he'll like way better than I ever could. So like I'll tell him about a book, and then a little bit later, like a few days later, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I finished the book. And he's like, is it the one about the thing? And I'm like, yeah, it is. And then I'll tell him the rest of the plot. And it's just, how many people would get as excited about reading a book or listening to you talk about a book as you are about reading it? But yeah, no, I love him to death. He's amazing. Actually, he is my favorite person right now. I have a lot of other people that I love and care about, but I had to pick a person to hang out with for the rest of my life. He'd be it. I guess that's the marker of if you're in a good relationship or not. But yeah, we've traveled a little bit. His family's in New York. My family's in Ohio. So we've gone to both places. We've gone to Texas to go to a Ren Fest that if you didn't see, I made a dress and a corset for, and his cape. Our first big thing was here, wait, let me find it, was his Air Force ball. Look how cute we are. And then we went to his ugly sweater party at work, his Christmas party. This is when his mom came down, and we went to the lantern. Oh my God, the Lantern Festival. I think in Cary. Oh, this was at Thanksgiving. This was also at Thanksgiving in our matching aprons that we both had. He had an apron at his house. I had an apron at my house. Oh my God, it was the same apron. Christmas. Our puppies. This was last year at all of our Pride things. We had a Barbie day. So I dressed up as a Barbie, and then he dressed up as my Ken. This is when we went to Texas for the Ren Fest. And then this was us in Texas at the Ren Fest. So I have a lot of really good pictures of us. That's probably really loud, I'm sorry. But I just want to see which one will look better. Oh no, what if I can't fit them all on here? I might have to trim them more. No, that's okay. I can trim some more. Like the dog one can get trimmed. This one can get trimmed. That one can be trimmed a little bit. Okay, I think that would be okay. So the question is, which color do I like? So I'm a perfectionist, but I wouldn't say like I'm a perfectionist in the sense of like it has to be perfectly aligned and it has to like, some things do. We're doing origami? Yes. I don't like it when it doesn't look right. But like my perfectionism comes in of like I want it to look the way that I feel like it should look. Does that make sense? Like, and it's not like I have a vision in my mind, but it's like I have this feeling that I'm supposed to have. That's not it. There's definitely a feeling. And so I just want to make sure I'm feeling like the red background is probably going to be it. But let me see, maybe, well, that's really busy. So maybe the red one's it. Yep, the red one is it. I don't know why I thought a patterned one would be good, but no, this one's good. Okay, so let me trace you. So what I do to trace this is like you could center it or whatever, but like I just take a corner to a corner, make sure this edge is lined up, make sure this edge is lined up. So these two edges are lined up, and then I only have to make 2 cuts, not 4. And I'm going to take a pencil. Where is my pencil? Last year, this is more reasons I love this man. Last year, I'm a professional organizer and work has been a little slow, but usually what happens is somebody will try to donate things, and they're not really donatable. Like you can't really donate a bunch of open stuff usually. So, but I'm like, well, I don't want to throw it in the trash. So then I end up with craft supplies, which I'm not mad about because I don't really have money to buy a bunch more craft stuff, right? So I have a lot of craft stuff. And I also like just like enjoy crafting so much that I'll start with a bunch of like I'll try a bunch of different projects. And then I'm like, well, I have all this stuff to do it again. Like quilling. I love quilling, but I just don't have time for it. It takes a lot of time, especially to get really good at it. It takes a lot of time. So I have all the stuff to do it. That's part of this whole thing. But he came in and he's like, okay, it does stress me out. Your craft room does stress me out because it is very busy. It's a lot of stuff. I couldn't go in there and find anything if I wanted to. And so he actually helped me pull everything out of that craft. Well, we didn't pull everything out. We pulled a lot of things out of that craft room and just like sorted it, got rid of some stuff that like I was keeping it for a specific project, and then I was like, I'm never gonna do that one project, or like, you know. So I'm just like, okay, gotta get rid of some stuff. So I got rid of some stuff, put a lot of stuff back, and I found out I have so many pens and pencils and markers that I did not realize I had. So my goal this year is to go through most of them and see like what's dead. So there's a lot of dead markers in here. There has to be. Okay. Fits perfectly, which I expected, let's be honest. It was literally traced to size. And it's a thicker. I did choose a thicker one. I chose the scrapbooking paper for a reason. I didn't want it to be super flimsy and me have to like deal with putting it in here flat. Also, I'm going to be gluing things to it, and I don't want to glue to a very thin material. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I could do double stick tape, but I still don't want it to be super floppy. So I'm going to trade these sides. So you're over here, and I'm going to see what I can fit. And this goes right up to the frame. The frame does not cover. Oh, it does a little bit, doesn't it? Hang on. Let me see. Let me see how much it covers of the edge. Not a super lot. It's like maybe 1/8 of an inch on each side. So that's not too bad. I feel like that's not going to cover any of the important parts of the pictures up. So I'm not mad about that. Okay. So I could go straight to the edge if I wanted to, which I might just do for simplicity's sake. And the bit in the calendar bit doesn't have to be perfect. And I think honestly I might put the calendar at the top instead of in the middle, because the whole reason it was in the middle was because it had a calendar going around it. And now I'm thinking calendar can go at the top. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this out, because if I don't, I will be upset if it doesn't fit. Oops. I'm dropping things. I think I do still have to trim some of these. I definitely still have to trim some of them. Okay, so I'll trim some of those because I want a little bit of a gap. I don't want a full collage look where they like overlap each other. I don't necessarily like that look. But I have, this one gets trimmed a little bit. This one gets trimmed a little bit. Actually, I'm going to trade these because I don't want this one trimmed very much. This one can get trimmed a good bit. Okay. I know which ones I have to trim. I'm just trimming a little bit off of both sides of this one to make it good and skinny because I don't really necessarily want, it had a lot of empty space on it. That one's skinnier now. This one can be a little skinnier on this side. Don't need that gold curtain. That looks good. Okay, and then we go down here. So my philosophy for gifts, though, I mean, I told you I definitely don't like buying things over making stuff. But like, honestly, I just think like, especially in our day and age, it's turned into how much money do you spend on me? And I just don't like that because a lot of people don't have money, me included. But also, like, I don't know, love shouldn't be tied to money. So I just feel like I will always buy the kids in my life, like my nieces and nephews, I will always buy them books or like secondhand. I'll buy them like, I don't normally buy new books unless like there's a specific series that like they're going to get into or whatever. Um, but sorry, rearranging things. But I do like to buy things like secondhand if I can, like thrift stores and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like I don't like encouraging people to be like, oh, I got this many presents or whatever. Like, I'll always try because kids are kids. Like, I'll be like, okay, this one got 5 books, this one gets 5 books, right? But like, that's more so they have the same amount of things to open and less because it's like, oh, I need to do a certain quantity. Um, so they don't feel like they're competing against each other. I don't want them to feel like I like one more than the other. But then as they're getting older, like I'm gonna do the same thing I do with my family. Be like, oh, you're 16, like you're gonna get like a face scrub that I made, or like, you know, things like that. I don't know. Like with my family, it's very much like if I see something out, I will get it for you. My friends, if I see something, I'm like, oh my God, you love foxes, I will get this for you, Ellen. Um, then I will. But I'm not going to go out of my way to buy a bunch of stuff for somebody because like I also spend like the last 5 years I've had a business where I just go in and help people get rid of stuff. And there's a good amount of those people who were like, well, so and so got this for me. I'm like, I don't think that's an adequate reason to to keep it, in my opinion. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I brought this washi tape out, and I think I'm going to, because I know myself and I know I will mess up, so I'm going to like cut this out to size, and I'm gonna do it in white, I think. Should I do it in like gray? Hmm. The white is just very white. Let me go see if I have like a thicker gray. I'm gonna put this stuff away while I'm at it. Okay, so I couldn't find gray, but I do have this like awkward orangey color that I honestly think looks really good with this because it stands out, but it's not so bright. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this to size and give myself somewhat of a size frame here. So about there. And then about there. Good enough. I'm trying to learn good enough is enough. That's my motto now. And this does have some stuff. I also don't know where my erasers are. Oh, what are you? Oh, look, an eraser. And a pencil sharpener. And pencils. And really nice pens. What? I don't know how I got that. Or where I got that. Yeah, this is the thing about my stuff, though, is it just, like, kind of shows up. I don't know how. Some of it, again, some of it's from clients. Some of it's from family members. The craft room is full. And I started dating a military man. So I have to make sure that I use some of it up. Now, he did say the other day when we were talking about moving, he did say, you know what? I'm fine with moving a bunch of books and a bunch of craft supplies because it's stuff you're actually doing. So as long as I'm utilizing my space well and I'm using my supplies, I guess we're all good. So I did decide to double stick tape this. I just honestly, I don't want to deal with the glue right now, and I will have to probably, well, no, I don't think I can double stick tape the calendar too. I just don't want to deal with glue right now, and I want to be able, just like I just did, it was slightly crooked. I want to be able to pick it up, put it back down a little bit, and it will stick, it'll stay. This will also be held on by the fact that it's like slammed up against glass, so like it's got a little extra give. And I also don't have to worry about like waiting until it's dry to stick it in there. And I think this is cute. Like, I'm glad Lizzie sent me this because this is the type of gift that I would like to receive from somebody. And honestly, he's so hard to shop for. Any guy is so hard to shop for. Like, my dad buys his own stuff, so it doesn't really matter. He, like, I don't know. He and my dad are very similar in that aspect of like, it's just like, I know what you like, but you buy everything for yourself that I could afford. And everything else is so expensive. Like, he's reading a book series right now, the Warhammer book series, and he's on like book 4. I mean, I guess there's like a bunch of different timelines, so I don't know which specific series it is under the Warhammer, but we looked it up, and apparently there's like hundreds of books in this series, okay? And, okay, that might be an exaggeration. I actually don't know how many there are, like, but there's a lot. And so they're not like all in print at the same time. And so the 4th one isn't in print right now, so he can't find it anywhere. If he goes on eBay or any used books store, it doesn't exist. It's not there. And then on eBay, it's like over $100. Even one on Amazon, just to see like, hey, what is it here? And it's fucking $75 or something. This is the hard part. This is where I'm like getting a little, because I know that he will not like it if it's not. I mean, he'll like it no matter what, but he will like it better if it's evenly spaced. But yeah, so like I wanted to get him like that book for our anniversary, and I can't. I can't because everywhere we've looked, they don't have it, and anywhere that does have it is so expensive that I can't afford it. And I know he wouldn't want me to spend my money that way right now. Okay, so first part done. Well, ish. I did bring stuff to decorate it with little hearts and stuff, which I may or may not do. I might just move this down. I can write like, I love you there. That'll be cute. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do those. I kind of want to, but I shouldn't, you know? And then I'm going to actually make sure this thing actually works. This eraser. I'll just test on the back. Because it didn't work on those marks that I found earlier, but okay, cool. They work. So now I got to pull up a calendar of the month. And this shouldn't be getting wet, so I'm okay with using, like, it's behind glass. So I'm okay with using, like, not waterproof markers for these. They're water resistant. Okay, so I can use these. I mean, I could use whatever, but these ones are colored pencils. This is my Staedtlers. I do love my Staedtlers. Oh, beautiful. So what I think I might do is I might just attach it. I'll attach it with the double stick tape, and then maybe I'll put these in the corner or something. Or, I mean, I had the idea of maybe to do this sticker, like this washi tape, over it and put the numbers on there, which is still a really good idea, actually. I just don't know if I can. I don't know if 7 will fit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no shit. Heck yeah. Okay, so let me do that. How many weeks are in this month? Calendar. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. So if there's 5 and I want to have a little space up here, where the hell did my scissors go? There you are. Okay, so I'm just counting 7 out and cutting as close to the middle as I can. I'm just going to go at the bottom. I think I'm going to move it over to the right, actually. I think I'm going to make it like a little more on the right, so that I can say like happy first anniversary or something like that. Happy 1 year, maybe. It's just not looking even. Oh, it's also only 6. Good job, Becca. Okay, wait. Trying it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks better. Okay. I'm aligning it at the bottom first because I kind of want to leave a little room at the top to write July. And same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to have to fit 5 of these on here. Putting very little space between them. I have to align the hearts, though. Oh, you can't see shit. Is that better? Can you see now? Okay, so I'm putting them. I align them at the bottom, and then I have to align the hearts because it's going to be the days of the week. So if I can get I said 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 3. And I was putting a little space between those 2 stickers, or the 2 tapes, because it's a little to the right. Because I don't want it to look like they're like the same blob, you know? And then, so in the original one that I saw, she just wrote like, she wrote the days of the month on here, and I'm still going to do that with a permanent marker if I can find one. And then I'm just going to on the 27th, I'm just going to put one of those stickers that I set away somewhere. And that still sets it away, sets it apart from everything else. Oh, this is already so cute. And it's a little lopsided, and here's the thing. It's okay if it's a little lopsided. It's okay if, like, this gap is a little bigger. It's okay. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got this. Okay. There is a little gap, so I actually think I'm going to end up putting July over here. I have to put July here, and then I'm going to put the days of the month here, or the days of the week here. So let me, how thick are you? That's pretty darn thick. That's a chisel. That's a chisel. Oh, wait. I don't know that I like that. I think I'm going to stick with my Staedtlers for the fine print. And I do still have to find a permanent marker, a thin permanent marker if I can. Oh my god, I have so many markers. That's washable though. No. Can I find a lot of colored pencils, a lot of washable markers, got it. My other Staedtlers, more washable markers. There's like 2 colored pencils in here. Oh, 2 markers. I'm just going to put it out. Okay, what are you? You are Crayola. You're gel. Yeah, that's going to be, no, that's too see-through. Okay. Permanent. That's thick. That's thin, though. Nice. Okay, you're permanent. I have my Staedtlers to be able to write July and the days of the month. So I kind of cheat. So first off, I'm doing the outer bits first, in case I have to move the washi tape over to another one, but also because I know that it takes a while for things to dry on the washi tape. So I'm just being smart here. So this is going to be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now I'm going to make them thicker. So I do cheat when it comes to calligraphy. I don't know how to do calligraphy on its own, which my mom hates because anytime that I make Christmas cards, I either have her write in them, or I have to use my Cricut, or it goes real slow. But normally what I do is I write it once, and then on every downstroke, I just thicken it. Now, I'm not going to do that for this bit, because this is just the little letters that go up top, telling you what day of the week it is. But for my July, I'm just going to write it in script. So I wrote it in script. I wrote it in script. Doesn't matter. Okay, and then I'm going to take, this is actually dying a little bit, so I think I'm going to take any more Staedtlers that are black. Nah. It's okay, I'll just use the one that I'm going to use. Go over it. Okay, that's not working. Okay. Well, I can't really show you how I do calligraphy now because I had to use the fat part of the marker. It's pretty. Okay, and now I'm just going to use that fat part marker, and it is permanent. And the month starts on, okay, the month starts on a Tuesday. And there's 31 days a month. It ends on a Thursday. Perfect. I have my calendar. Now I'm going to pick a sticker. I'm going to pick a small sticker. I don't really want to pick purple. I feel like pink is going to be too obvious. It's not going to be obvious enough, I guess. And these red ones are huge. What if I did this one on top of a... Yeah, that's cute. Okay. I don't want it just to be pink, and I don't want it just to be red. Cool. And it fits perfectly. Oh, I'm going to put 2025 on here. That's what I wanted to do. So the calendar says July 2025. Take some of my little tape. Put it here. And then I'm going to get another marker that will hopefully work. Instead, and toss it. Go with a dark purple or a brown and it would work. I'll go with dark purple maybe. Oh gosh. The life of a crafter. I'm just gonna write happy first anniversary. I love you. So it's done. And it looks a little weird because it's not in a frame. I'm gonna say this top my lungs. If something looks childish to you, if it looks ugly, if it looks it's just not done. I have friends who paint that have told me this many times, and I still struggle with it. So, I mean, I don't paint really, so, I mean, other than my paint by numbers. But they swear by it. They swear that it's just not done yet. So, I'll keep that in there. So, I'm going to say that in the mediums that I know well enough, I agree. And I actually don't think I'm going to add any of this. I don't think I'm going to add that. I think that's going to be too much, and I think he'll get overwhelmed by it. So I'm going to take this, make sure the frame is clean. I'm going to wipe it off. A little more over here, a little more over here. Okay. Putting top, up, So it's going to be, I'm going to lift it up like this and it'll show, right? I'm going to take this little guy and I'm going to make sure that it's in places that he could easily hang it if he wants to. I'm assuming he'll probably prop it up on something. This doesn't have a stand on it. But he can hang it, he can prop it, he could put it on a windowsill. And now it looks done. Now, is it perfect? No. But it's handmade and it's special. It's something that nobody else is going to have. Even if you make this right now, it will never look the same because different pictures, you're going to have different shapes. You could be the person that cuts the edges into not straight. Or, just like the other one had the calendar in the middle and it had a picture for every month. But I'm happy with it. I think he'll be happy with it. Thank you for coming along this journey with me. I know this was way different. I didn't talk about books. I kind of did actually. But I just wanted to show you that there's a way to do anything that you want to do for cheap. Now, mind you, I had some stuff here already. I had extra paper. I had washi tape. I had so many markers. But even if I went and got all that stuff, usually a piece of scrapbook paper is at most 50 cents each. You'd only need one piece for this. You could use a piece of printer paper to do your calendar, or you don't even have to. You could draw it right on here. And you don't need washi tape. You don't need washi tape. I'm pretty sure everybody has pens at their house, but even that, I mean, okay, go get a pack for $5. That makes this, what, a $10 project. I think, I mean, if you want to spice it up, but this was inexpensive, and it's going to be something that he'll like. I hope. He'll like it because I made it, but I think he'll like it in general as well. And it's something you could do for your mom too. It could be happy birthday, and it could just be pictures of you and your siblings, or just pictures of you growing up. It doesn't have to be for an anniversary. But this was so cute. I'm really glad that Lizzie sent me an idea for it, and they're just so cute. And our dogs are so cute. And I can't believe we've gone on so many adventures already this year. And I can't believe he encouraged me to make this YouTube channel. So I wouldn't be talking to you if it wasn't for him. But thank you. And if you have any suggestions for craft things, or if you want to see me do anything specific, or if you have questions about anything, let me know. But thank you. Have a really good day. And get crafty.